man, Hispanic man, and Native man. Has any of the black men that have fought in the wars in America ever been honored?
Nope.
Answer, somebody said it out there. Has a black man been honored? All the wars that were fought on this soil or fought across nations that the black man has helped with, we are the reasons why those wars were won. But guess what? Are we being honored? We're not being honored. When do you hear about them talking about all the great black heroes of the Revolutionary War? Who do you hear them talking about that? And do they ever talk about the black heroes? Do they ever talk about Peter Salem? Does anybody know who Peter Salem is? But we know who that oppressor George Washington is, don't we? We know who the oppressor, all the oppressors of the wars, we know who they are. Does anybody know who Peter Salem is? What about James Armstead? These are heroes of the so-called wars that black people fought in so that the oppressor could have his liberty. There's not one war that was fought on this soil that the black man didn't lay his life on, and the reason that these wars were won because of the black man, or because of the Hispanic man, or because of the Native man. But let me tell you something. The Most High hates these holidays. He hates the holidays of the oppressor. He hates the holidays of the conquistador. He hates the holiday of your so-called boss. And that's why we need to separate from this nation. How are we going to join into a nation that's been trying to kill and murder us for thousands of years? Why should we join in? And like we said, we've tried everything, haven't we? We tried to march. We tried to protest. We even tried to boycott. We even tried to even have our own towns. And every time we had something of our own, what did the oppressor do? He would send bombs. He would send riots. He would send everything to destroy us. The one thing we have not done as a nation, as we all have it as a group, trod the laws, statutes, and commandments out of this book.
Right.
That's the one thing we need to do to separate ourselves from the oppressor. Because everything else we've tried. We've tried Christianity, and look what Christianity has brought us all up today. Christianity is the reason drugs are in the black community. Christianity is the reason why we have so many homosexuals in the black community. Christianity is the reason why our kids are being molested. This is all because of Christianity and because of the false leaders that we had. Islam is the reason why we have drugs in the community. Islam is the reason why blacks are being killed. They even killed one of their own, Malcolm X. They killed him over a disagreement. So we know that's not something we can follow. Then we follow what? Egyptology. Now we following rocks and what is that? Pyramids, and Sphinx, and big rock and statues. Right. The only thing we have not followed as a nation is the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Right. That's one thing we need to get back up. And I'm gonna prove to you today that the Most High actually hates these national holidays like Memorial Day. The Most High hates the national holidays of Veterans Day and Labor Day and birthdays and Christmas and Easter. The Most High has actually told you not to mix in with those nations and their holidays. But what have we done? We have erred because of Jamal Bryant. We have erred because of T.D. Jakes. We have erred because we've had false mayors and we've had false leaders in our community. Let me get the book of Amos chapter 5 verse 21. We're going to go into this Bible today and show and prove to you how much the Most High hates. We're going to talk about what the Most High hates today. We always talk about, like I said every week, we always talk about, well, God is love. God, what's that Christian pastor tell you? God is love. When there's homosexual in the church, what does the Christian pastor say? God is love. When your child is getting molested, what does the Christian pastor say? God is love. When the Christian pastor tells the black woman to leave his wife, what does he leave her husband? God is love. Let's talk about what God actually hates today. Can we do that, Baltimore? Because there's actually a lot of things that God hates that our Christian pastors won't tell us. That your Christian pastors, that your leaders and your politicians won't tell you. And guess what? The things that God hates will actually save your life.
That's right.
Because when you see what God hates, you'll think in your mind, I should hate these also. I should hate Memorial Day. I should hate Christmas. I should hate birthdays. I should hate Easter. You know why? Because Most High hates. And we should hate what he hates and love what he loves. And guess what? The Most High hates a certain group of people too.
That's right.
The Most High actually hates your oppressor. That's in the Bible. We'll get that out there. Let's look at what the Most High says. Let's look in Amos chapter 5, verse 21. We got that, brother? Go ahead and read. Read.
Amos chapter 5, verse 21. I hate.
Wait a minute. I what?
I hate.
I love this.
I hate.
I want everybody to join in with this.
I hate.
I want this to be a melting pot.
I hate.
I thought God don't hate. Let's read. Let's find out what God hates. I what?
I hate. I despise.
Not only is God saying I hate, he said he despises. Not only is he saying I hate, he's also saying I despise. Let's find out what God hates and despises, shall we? Go ahead.
I hate. I despise your feast days.
Memorial Day.
Feast days.
Christmas.
Feast days.
St. Patrick's Day.
Feast days.
Valentine's Day.
Feast days.
Veterans Day.
Feast days.
Labor Day.
Feast days.
New Year's.
Feast days.
Every other holiday.
Feast days.
I hate and I despise your what?
Feast days.
And I what?
And I will not smell in your solemn assembly.
That means he's not going to smell that turkey on Thanksgiving Day.
Right.
He actually hates that Thanksgiving turkey. The Most High hates that ham that you have for Thanksgiving dinner. The Most High hates it. He hates and despises it. Okay? Right, read on. Verse 22.
Verse 22. Thou, though ye offer me burnt offerings.
Though that you sing these Christmas songs and these Christmas carols and you say your prayers, go ahead.
And your meat offerings, I will not accept them.
I thought God was for everybody.
I will not accept them.
I thought he was for all.
I will not accept them.
Come as you are.
I will not accept
He
them.
doesn't accept them. He doesn't accept the feast days, your holidays, your memorial days. He doesn't accept them. Read on.
Neither will I regard the peace offering of your fat meat.
Now some people say, well, Christmas is the time where I want to make peace with my family. And our family sits together. The Most High hates that. He hates your Christmas dinners. He hates your Thanksgiving dinners. He hates your Memorial Day cookouts. He hates that. And if the Most High hates that, you better hate that.